Morning, church. Today is Thursday, April 10th. Uh, we are going to be finishing up Psalm 50 from yesterday. Random thought coming in before. Uh, I was thinking of one of my former parishioners this morning from St. Paul's Summer Hill, whose name is Paul Klauser. And Paul would play, the church would do hoedowns at the Grange, and Paul, for entertainment purposes, would do a couple of songs that I thought were hysterical, but because they were vastly inappropriate. So one of the songs was by a guy named Mac Davis, and it's Lord, it's hard to be humble. Told you it was random. This is before we get into God addressing the wicked in our scripture, in our continued courtroom drama. If you're unfamiliar with the song, here's the repeated chorus. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror because I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a heck of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. The verses. I used to have a girlfriend, but I guess she couldn't compete with all these love-starved women who keep clamoring at my feet. Well, I probably could find me another, but I guess they're all in awe of me. Who cares? I never get lonesome because I treasure my own company. The repeated chorus, and then verse 2, I guess you could say I'm a loner, a cowboy outlaw, tough and proud. Well, I could have lots of friends if I wanted, but then I wouldn't stand out from the crowd. Some folks say that I'm egotistical. I don't even know what that means. I guess it has something to do with the way that I fill out my skin type, blue jeans. Oh, I hope you can catch that. You can listen to the song afterwards if you want to. Yeah, that's. Oh, good. Wait, I thought there was a third verse. Okay, well, not. We'll keep rolling. So, yes, we're in this courtroom drama where God is calling the heavens and the earth to testify um, about the faithfulness of the people's covenant with God. Yesterday, we had the address to the faithful, and now God's attention turns to the wicked. Maybe not so hard to be humble. Okay. But to the wicked, God says, what right have you to recite my statutes or take my covenant on your lips? For you hate discipline and you cast my words behind you. You make friends with a thief when you see one, and you keep company with adulterers. You give your mouth free rein for evil, and your tongue frames deceit. You sit and speak against your kin. You slander your own mother's child. These things you have done, and I have been silent. You thought that I was one just like yourself, but now I rebuke you and lay the charge before you. Mark this then, you who forget God, or I will tear you apart, and there will be no one to deliver. Those who bring thanksgiving as their sacrifice honor me. To those who go the right way, I will show the salvation of God. And the conclusion from James Mays. This psalm can and must be heard in the liturgy of the church because the Christian community has been incorporated into the people of the Lord by a covenant made through the sacrifice of Jesus Messiah. Where is there a congregation whose worship perfectly reflects the sovereignty and grace of God? Where is there a community of faith that loves the discipline of discipleship so much that the commandments are obeyed and possessions and sex and speech sublimated to the love of God? If the judgment of God is not proclaimed in the church, then heaven will proclaim it. Woo. There's a song I was introduced to when I was still in college, and the repeated lyric is let the stones not speak for one more day, which is, I believe it comes from the Gospel of Luke, and Jesus talking about even if the disciples are silent during the triumphal entry, and appropriate for us coming into Palm Sunday, that the stones would shout out their praise. And Peter's conclusion to Psalm 50. Next, God calls up the wicked. What are you up to, quoting my laws, talking like we are good friends? You never answer the door when I call. You treat my words like garbage. If you find a thief, you make him your buddy. Adulterers are your friends of choice. Your mouth drools filth. Lying is a serious art form with you. You stab your own brother in the back, rip off your little sister. I kept a quiet patience while you did these things. You thought I went along with your game. I'm calling you on the carpet now, laying your wickedness out in plain sight. Time's up for playing fast and loose with me. I'm ready to pass sentence, and there's no help in sight. It's the praising life that honors me. As soon as you set your foot on the way, I'll show you my salvation. Humbled in God's judgment and by God's grace, may we all find ourselves on the way of salvation. Have a good day.